Shooting Bros back again. We're doing a roundup of game week 4. We did react to the North London Derby, so just watch out for our previous video. And we are back for the rest of the league. And guys, I'm sure you want to start with you guys. Let's start with you guys, man. Decent win for Manchester United away at Southampton. It was the do or die game for Ten Hag, and he came through. He came through, man. He still got a few weeks to go, man. He's still alive. You know. Before you guys start, before I ask you questions, right? Yeah. Ten Hag is giving me social vibes right now. It's like when the next game you have to win, he wins it and he buys him a few more games, a few more weeks, right? And then he will flop for a couple more days. And then they're gonna tell him the next game, if you don't win, you're out, and then he'll win that. And he'll do that for 5 years. For 5 years.
He's been doing that since last season, man.
Since last year.
So we see he's
that's ridiculous. That's just fun mentality.
Well, that's the kind of vibes he's giving me, man. I mean, I don't know about you. What you guys think, man? I mean, good win for you guys today. 3-0 against Southampton.
That's all we asked for.
How do you guys feel? That's what you asked for.
That's all we asked for.
That's not what you asked for. That's what you needed. That's what you needed.
Yeah.
That's what we asked. That's what I mean. Hey, look, the thing is, like, they're talking about sacking Ten Hag every single week, but the board, they don't think like that. That's the thing people need to realize. It's the media that's just making a lot of noise. They are onto Ten Hag's head like crazy. I don't know if you guys saw last week during the international. Ten Hag played a game. That summarizes everything. Okay, I don't want to hear anything else from anybody about Ten Hag anymore because there's clearly agendas out there. The guy won the game.
Agenda. The guy was asked the question. What agenda? The guy's telling me basically, you're shit. Just do you realize that you are shit? And just tell me something else apart from coming on air and just gaslighting people every week. Like
he is gaslighting though, Freddie.
No, that's basically what the guy was telling him. That's basically in a nutshell what the guy was telling him. I don't think that was any attack on him. It's like just tell us straight up, man. Just talk to me straight up. Like, don't talk to me like a kid.
Right. I'm not really sure which aspect you're talking about right now. I'm talking about the fact that they had a little friendly game and Ten Hag was the coach of the team. And they said that they reported that he lost that game. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no. That wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about
I think you're talking about something different.
The reporter that came up to him and he was questioning his tactics and everything. And all he could say is that, I have 2 trophies.
Yeah.
That was 2 weeks back.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought you were talking about. Sorry.
Yeah, that one, obviously, we know this guy is not good in the presses. Since the first year, I've been saying he needs to get off. Like, find somebody else. This one, but this one, the quick story is that, send the assistant or something, man. But this one, the story was that they had a little like charity or gala game, and Ten Hag was just put there as a coach, right? And he played against some. It was like small random teams in the Netherlands, right? And they reported. I haven't heard about that one. Man, the media reported, Ten Hag lost. This is a crisis. That just shows how much he doesn't have any coaching skills or anything. Look how crazy it is. He actually didn't even lose. He won. So they made a mistake on the reporting. They did all the bashing. And then they had to go back and erase everything because they were wrong. Dude, that was the craziest thing to me. And that just solidified the proof that there is clearly agendas out there against, this guy. In general, they don't like him. They don't like his presses. Yes, he sounds stupid. He sounds dumb. Yeah. I don't like it. But
it's not likable. It's not likable. It's not likable. It's not likable because you come out every week.
For me, I don't think it's likable.
People like we kids, like we don't know what we're talking about. So obviously, people are going to call you out on the fact that you are the one who doesn't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? So I mean, he puts it on himself. I think he puts a lot of that on himself.
I would say not completely. There's been an agenda. If you go back, you will see that there's clearly been an agenda, at least for now. And coming back to the game, I don't think Ineos was going to sack him if he lost that game. It was going to be more pressure, obviously, but I think Ineos is really on a long-term mindset. They will give him at least until Christmas before they even consider that. And that's granted things are not completely out of.
I don't know. Okay. You think Christmas? I don't know.
I think they will give him until Christmas. They invested. They are invested into it. They got him the players. They got him, the structure. Here's Rude next to him. I think the smart thing to do, at least, is to see it out. See it out. Like, just know that this is either going to be a success or a failure with all the chances you can.
But I heard a theory out there that they've called on to Van Nistelrooy to be that successor for him. So obviously Van Nistelrooy is going to be familiar with the players as well. So once he's out,
yeah.
there's not that big change. There's not that big change of a new manager coming in because Van Nistelrooy was already working with them. That's what I heard. Do you think? So about that then, if that is true, then he's not going to stay. Like if he loses his next 2 games, for example, I think he's out because they already have somebody there that can actually, take care of the situation for me. So that's me outside.
I don't think the next 2 games, but yeah, I don't think he has until Christmas. I think it's somewhere in between. I think like I said in my video, it's I think they'll give him that international break stretch where it's like those games. I think it was 7 games. So I think they'll give him those games, and then we'll see after those 7 games how you doing. Okay, we'll give you another stretch of games. How are you doing after this stretch of games? I think that's how it's gonna go. I don't think they're gonna be like. I don't think he's gonna be as reactionary as like he lost the next 2, you're out. But I don't think.
No, when I said next 2, I didn't literally mean next 2. But I mean, if you go on a bad run of games, I feel like it's because the thing as well is that
that's
just like you guys told me as well. Yeah, just like you guys told me as well, it's like they were looking for somebody to replace him, but they just couldn't find the right person. So that means they know this guy is not the right guy for them. They just don't know who to replace him with right now. So that would just suggest
that's the narrative out there. But the thing is, again, I'm not so worried about what happens with Ten Hag in general. I'm more worried about the work he does while he's here. Is the team improving? Are we heading into a better direction and all of that? We're seeing that with the youth, with the restructuring of the team. We're getting rid of a lot of dead load. And in this game, a few things paid off. The new signings came in. Some scored, namely the lead scored. We see a little bit of gelling, people talking about style of play. We see it, okay? So there's some critics that are being exaggerated over Manchester United.
I mean, it is Southampton as well.
It is Southampton. We know the story. People are going to say, oh, yeah, it is, that it is. We're seeing the progress of our team. These are same games we would have struggled last year. We wouldn't have played well. Today we played well. The goals came in. There was some structure. Even Onana came in with a save, that's a few penalties saved by now, So we're just waiting and wanting for improvements to be made all around the team where the confidence is there. And then, we can start aiming at things with, realism, knowing, okay, yeah, we can achieve these things because we've done that in the past and all of that. But just quickly back to the game. It was a good game for us. Obviously, early on in the game, it was a little bit nervy until, that penalty save from Onana. Dado had a bad game, man. He had a bad day.
That kid was roasting him, man.
Every single time.
And that was usually pretty reliable. Like
it is, but not
that
on
kid
the
is 18, man.
That kid is 18, yeah. He's reliable, but not on the left. Like you can see, even when he went with the tackle, he went with his right foot. It's not even the right angle. He's not used to that. So he had a rough game. But hopefully, again, Onana came in with that clutch save. Wasn't a great penalty, but the save still had to be made. And from there, the game really changed. Like we really started waking up. Like guys, let's get to it. Patterns of plays here and there. Some great goals. Delete, great goal with the header. Man. One thing I have to say, one shout out I do have to be while I'm talking, like Amad Diallo, this guy's gonna be a superstar, and that's something I need to go back and say because as long as he stays, that's my only.
He just has to be a starter.
He won't start. I don't think they will start him.
He has to start. He has to start. It's ridiculous that this kid is not starting as of.
It's just easy on the eye. It's just the way he just carries the ball, and he's not afraid. It's like sometimes you see Rashford on the other side, just afraid to attack people. This guy's not afraid of anything, man. He will just go at you, and he knows when to go, and he knows when to, calm it down. This guy is a pace setter of the game, setter, and it's just I just don't understand how he doesn't start in this team, man.
It's baffling, and I hope that's gonna change. With more statements like this, with realization that hey, this guy is making us actually better. I do think that's going to change. It's going to be a starter. It's going to be part of the team. And I know we're going to see a different side of us, but we're not going to get too excited. It's just Southampton, as we say. We're just happy that we showed improvement for ourselves. We needed that for ourselves. And we're just going to build on it. We have to build on it. We have to go on to the next games and do the same and impose ourselves and just progress. That's the goal here.
Terry, talk to me, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we lost that game, like I don't think he would have got sacked, but I think it would have been, it would have been squeaky bum time.
Awful, man.
It would have been squeaky bum time.
He would have had the dreaded vote of confidence. You know, when you get that, you have 2 weeks.
That means you have 2 weeks when you have the vote of confidence. Yeah. So, but I mean, he won the game. I was surprised with Eriksen, Mainu in midfield. I don't think that's a good midfield at all, and I hope he doesn't keep going with that. I can understand a little bit the reasoning because
I mean, he was against Southampton, so he had some kind of
exactly.
You know, he won't play that against anybody else. Like,
So I understand the reasoning in that sense, but I don't think that's a midfield for us, man. But like you said, Fred, I mean, the game you kind of summarized it was 2 different games really, before the penalty save and after the penalty save. I don't know what would have happened if they had scored that PK, which even though, yes, they were playing well, I still think we had the better chances up until the penalty, because Bruno went through and Xerxes had that tap in pretty much that he couldn't finish. But it was on the counter, and you don't want to be playing on the counter against Southampton. You know, like you want to be imposing yourself. So that was the disappointment there. But as soon as they missed that PK, like you said, we woke up, started playing. When we scored those 2 goals, they were done. And I like the second half, because the second half we didn't come out and play our normal chaos FC. Like we actually was like, okay, let's calm down, let's get the 2-0, and like let's finish the game. So. So that was good in that sense. Yes, it is Southampton, but it was a must win. And now next week we have to go to Palace and win again, really. And then
what
the
do you
season
think? How do you see that game?
It's gonna be tough, but Palace have not been great, to be fair. So it's not the Palace of last. If it was the Palace of the end of last season, I would be scared still, because they were pretty good, but they haven't been their best yet. But as well, I don't know, we're so inconsistent. If we play more conservative, hopefully Ugarte starts, and then we play more conservative. You need Ahmad in there to do that. Garnacho is just forward. And he's not gonna drop it. Yeah, exactly. He's not. We know he's not gonna drop his boy Rashford. So it's only really Garnacho.
Especially that he scored.
Yeah, especially that he finally scored, which was a nice goal. Yeah, hopefully that kickstarts his season. So I think we go and grind out a draw or a win. I don't think we dominate the game. I don't think we're like particularly convincing. I may be wrong, but I hope I'm wrong. But I think we're going to grind out a win, and that's enough for right now. I think we just need to go slowly and get confidence and start playing. So I remember that first season, we lost the first 2 games and beat Liverpool in the 3rd one, and then we had like a little bit of a run where we weren't like convincing, but we were winning. And then you win 3, 4, 5 games, you get confident. And then we started playing, and we was like, oh, okay, we can see a little bit what they have to do, like even though he doesn't have his players yet. So hopefully we'll do that. But yeah, man. There's a lot of work to do.
I think it's gonna be a good game next week against Palace. Obviously, I hope Palace smashes you. But I think this win is just regardless of the opposition. Yes, I say this is Southampton, but regardless of the opposition, with the kind of run that you were in, you needed a win, and you needed a convincing win. And 3-0 looks good on paper. You know what I mean? So I mean that's why you need to do it.
We haven't scored 3. I don't know in how long. I can't even remember the last time we scored 3. So
So that's a big confidence boost for you, and we'll see next week. I can't wait for that game. Actually, that sounds like a really good game, to be honest. All right, let's talk about the shock of the weekend. Liverpool losing at home against Nottingham Forest, man. Jesus, is that a reality check for Slot, who thought everything was all nice? Is this the Premier League? Is so stressed out? This is nothing to be bragging about. But then Nottingham Forest, man. That's the Prem, man. Welcome to the Prem, Slot.
That's the Prem, man. That's
the end of Slot ball, man. They're done. They're getting relegated.
Relegation team.
Relegation, man. No, but I mean, like you said, this is the Prem, man. And I don't think he expected to, but obviously there was a lot of hype because he won his first 3 games. So good reality check for them. Forest just did a job on them, man. They were just defending for their lives. Like they were just defending. And Liverpool, to be fair, didn't really create much. They just had that one chance. Yeah.
Salah will score as well.
McAllister, that pass. I don't know if you all saw that pass outside of his boot first time.
Can't remember that.
Like for the Jota chance, they passed it to him on the edge of the box. Faked like he was gonna shoot it outside of the boot cross first time to Jota. Oh my days! Like the quality there. But
to be honest, I wasn't really watching that game. I was more focused on you guys. I think you guys played at the same time, right?
We played earlier, but I think I was watching the.
You played the first game. I think I was focused on the. I was focused on the City game. Yeah,
on the City game. Yeah. But
once I saw, but we'll get to that. Once I saw Brentford 1-0 up, I was like, okay, let me go that. But we'll
exactly. But yeah, I mean, they Forest just did a job on them. They just defended, and then Hudson-Odoi, man, popping up with a little goal. Elanga assists, the rejects combining.
I know, man. Come on and do the business. Come on and do the biz.
So yeah, man, what do you think?
Yeah, big shock. Yeah, as Jan said in the intro of the game, like they had Slot as the next coming of man. I can't even put a name on it because they were already building the statues and everything. Man,
so Alex Ferguson about that, man. Alex Ferguson.
I swear, they were having some hallucinations or something. I don't know. This is different. They started well, and we were all surprised that they did start this well. So I think right now it might settle back into okay, yeah, let's navigate this thing. So yeah, I mean, what to say about the game? We didn't see anything crazy that we can use and say, okay, yeah, Liverpool are in crisis or anything like that. No, they just didn't have. They're shooting boots on this today. You know, I think Salah was really poor to his standards. Jota as well didn't have the impact that you would expect him to. And to be fair, I didn't watch the whole game. I came back once I saw that goal in, and I just saw Nottigham Forest even more crunched up in the box. Like you just,
they were just parking lorries, man.
They were
parking lorries, man.
just layers and layers, bro. The game was done at that point. It was just done, you know. So I can't make anything off of it. I'm just glad, you know, Liverpool they're gonna calm down now. Yeah, especially after beating us. I feel like that's not the first time that happens. They smack us in the next game. You know, it doesn't feel like they get a little bit over their head. But yeah, happy that happened. Not gonna lie, and we'll see next game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like you. I didn't really catch much of that game. I just saw the highlights, and I just saw attack the defense basically until
pretty much.
You know, Elanga passes the ball to man like Hudson-Odoi for the win. But yeah, I mean, it's just I just saw it in flashes like when it was live, and I could see that, you know, the Salah was just huffing and puffing, and it just shows. It just shows like Liverpool, they're just kind of like a one-man team, man. Because if Salah is not performing, who else comes in and be the difference? Like they don't have anything else, you know. They rely on the world-class Salah every week, and you know, to either score or you know, give an assist to somebody.
Yeah.
But if he's not on it, then I don't see where other, you know, opportunities come from them. Against these guys last week, I thought Gravenberch was fantastic.
Yeah.
Today you couldn't really tell because they had the ball most of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like it's huffing and puffing. Like you said, they had a few chances, but nothing clear cut. Nothing clear cut. I mean, the keeper made a few saves, but I mean, nothing really clear cut where you like, oh, yeah, these guys are creative. They're knocking on the door. They're not really. So I mean, it just felt like a little bit of a blunt performance and reality check for Slot. So and yeah, people who were saying at the beginning of the year that this guy's going to be in the running for the league now. I think this league is just a two-team league, and this proves it.
At the moment,
they will look good most of the time, but they will have results like that once in a while. So that's
I feel like and I feel like that's been like that for them for the last like 2 or 3 years, even under Klopp as well.
Yeah, that's it. All right, let's move on to the champion who had a hard-fought victory against Brentford, and that was a game I was focused on, to be fair, and especially when Wissa scored after 22 seconds, man. I think that's like what Like, and this is how ridiculous it is. But I want to see these other goals that beat this goal. Like 22 seconds and it's still like 7 for whole time or something. 7.
Wow.
That should be We're talking about 7. Like, who's scoring in 2 seconds? Like
Somebody
you know what
scored
I mean?
enough, man.
I remember one. I don't know if you guys remember when we had Ole and Tottenham beat us like 6-1, and they scored straight from the kickoff.
No,
I don't know if you remember that.
22 seconds is pretty much a kickoff. Like,
Yeah, it was pretty much.
Also, I was like, wow, like, that was like, I think it's like 7 for 8 from the least or something like that. But yeah, that was a good game. I mean, one thing I take out of this game, man, is just like Brentford, man. They're looking good, man. They're good, solid team. Good solid team, man. Their coach, man, what's his name, Frank or something? Like he's a quality coach, man. He knows how to coach these guys. And I feel like the only reason that maybe City wins this or Brentford doesn't get a result like a draw or something is because Wisa gets injured because he was terrorizing them, like especially in the first half. The guy was pressing. I didn't know this guy was.
Yeah.
This guy was that good, man. He's all right. He's all right. He's a good player. He was drowning in the shadows of Tony. But now, like you can see that the guy can play, man. And especially with Mbeumo, like the Batman and Robin that they got going on over there.
Yeah.
But obviously. The Haaland is just that's it, man. It's just here's the difference, right? Here's the difference there right now. I just cannot wait in a couple of weeks when he gets injured for 9 months.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to at this point. For anybody
that's the way to put it.
This guy's a cheat code, man. He's a cheat code.
He's a cheat code. I guess that's the only way to beat them. You just break this man's legs, let him get a rest, and maybe you can hope for it, But yeah, I mean. He changed the game. Like that goal from Ederson's pass.
Yeah.
Oh man. Like
that's a.
But it's just by the way he uses his body. But against what's
yes, that's what I was gonna say. He played.
Pinnock.
Pinnock is not a small guy, man. The big Pinnock is not a kid. By the way he bullied him. This is like his body there, man, and then just once his gun is gone, man. And the finish as well.
Like, the intelligence is too much.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Haaland as well. Like, he doesn't do this well, like what he did to Pinnock. Like, he doesn't do this well, like game in, game out. And he's still getting 50 goals, 40 goals, like a season. So imagine if he could actually hold up a ball and turn and run at people and do all that stuff too. He would be just like crazy. Like, I mean, last year we were criticizing him a lot because obviously his hold up play or he doesn't get involved in games. And he still scored 38 goals, and we were criticizing him a lot for nobody gets close to that. Nobody gets close. Right now, nobody gets even close. Like Mbappe went to Madrid, he can't do anything at Madrid right now.
Come on, man. This Mbappe thing, man. People think that you're just gonna come in a new place like that.
Haaland did. Haaland
He's the best player in the world.
Okay, Haaland did it. Who else? Like out of how many footballers?
No, he's supposed to be the best player in the world.
Supposed to be that good.
He's not because he's supposed to be the best player.
2 months or something, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's not just Madrid. It's not just Madrid. Even for France, he's not doing nothing. Like he's having a rough time right now.
I mean, at the World Cup, man. I mean, no, I'm sorry, at the Euros, man. First game, he breaks his nose. Do you know how it is to play with your nose broken? Come on. Tell me. Listen, he broke his nose in the first game and had to rough the rest of the competition. Bro, have you tried running with anything broken on you? Anything, even your hair. Anything broken on you? Have you tried running?
We can give him that.
You can't blame Mbappe for that Euros, man.
That's fine. Yes, that's fine.
I agree. But just talk to me in about 2-3 months. I mean, I'm not even a Mbappe fan.
We'll see.
To criticize him after like 3-4 games is harsh, man. It's harsh.
2 in 12. That's what I said. 2 goals in the last 12. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's what I was saying.
Man just changed country. He just changed languages. He just changed. He played like 3 games for Madrid. Come on, he just changed food. He just changed.
That's the thing. He's a victim of his own life.
Man, give him 2 weeks, man. Come on, man. You guys are too hard. What do you think?
Let me tell you, my point in all of this is just that as a striker, all in all finisher, obviously now, I don't think there's any debate that Haaland is the best out of them.
Yeah,
he best him in goals.
I don't think anybody's debating that.
Exactly. So
but I mean,
that's something.
I've seen a couple of Real Madrid. I've seen a couple of Real Madrid games, right? Like even the last game, Mbappe was playing off the right. I've never seen Mbappe play off the right.
Right.
Yeah, but he was playing off the right. He wasn't playing as a 9. So Mbappe just playing all over the place. It's not like this typical number 9, like old school Haaland is playing. You know, Haaland is an old school number 9, old school, just like we say in French. Hey, not just you fast. This guy in the box, that's it, bread and butter, man. He has a chance, he buries it. I don't think that's the same as Mbappe. I'm not giving an excuse for Mbappe, but I'm just saying like it's just a little bit too harsh right now.
It's definitely different. They're definitely very different players. But Mbappe does have that freedom at Madrid to kind of do whatever he wants. So he does pop up in those places. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Like you said, let's give him. He just changed underwear, changed cars. So let's give him some time.
Man, he's not eating croissants anymore. He's like he's
eating paellas now, bro.
It takes some time to get into your body. Like you get me. Give him some time.
No, that's the fair thing. I think Mbappe is gonna be good. He's gonna grow into it, but I just don't think he's gonna be as lethal as Haaland is. You know.
But what is that lethal? Because if Haaland scores 40 in a season and Mbappe scores 30, he's still lethal. These guys are not in the competition, man. It's just like what your production is. If you're scoring 30 goals, you are lethal. You know what I mean?
The competition is the Ballon d'Or, I guess.
Yeah, the competition.
That's gonna come into the play.
This argument is just for the fans, man. I don't know if they are talking about that. I want to be the Ballon d'Or. But I mean, maybe they are, maybe they're not. But I'm just saying, man. Maybe I'm just saying that. Just give him a couple of weeks, man. Jesus Christ. Fans today, man. Fans today.
All we said was Haaland is. All we said is that he's washed. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's washed. He's
That's
washed.
He needs to retire.
We're just saying he's having a rough time, and Haaland is doing well. So that's what we're saying.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Let's move on to Chelsea Bournemouth, man, with a last minute goal from man like Nkunku, who, like, you know this thing about Nkunku, last year everybody was saying, not everybody, that Chelsea was going to save Nkunku's back. Nkunku's back. Man, he's been back for 5 years now, and he can't even get on the field. Man. What's wrong with this guy?
This guy limited minutes,
man had one start in some I don't know, some Mexican city somewhere in the conference cup or whatever. I don't even know where it was. Yeah, I mean,
they love that
one, man. Wagwan.
Man, that was awful. That was the Chelsea we've seen pretty much. I wouldn't say all season last year, but it was so lethargic. I didn't watch the whole thing. But
it was boring, man. You didn't mismatch, right? It was like watching Sophie.
That's what I realized. After watching the highlights and stuff, that's what I realized. Like, it was so lethargic. There was like nothing going on really. Nico Jackson missing again opportunities, and again they're gonna give him the kudos when he gets into the position. There's some clear finishes, like some clear goals.
You hate him though. You hate him.
I don't hate the guy. Because look, the guy is putting Nkunku on the bench right now, so he's doing something. He's doing something. But man, he's so.
I don't even think that's why Nkunku should be playing. I think Nkunku should be playing off of him because I don't think Nkunku is a number 9 per se. But I mean, they have like this. It's just again. I mean, Madueke. Yes, last week he was. I mean, Madueke is a decent player, right? But he didn't have a great game today. Neto,
he's back to the normal.
Non-existent Neto, man. Just nothing from him. First down. But I'll tell you who changed the game, man. Man like Jason Sancho, man.
That's what it is.
I keep telling you, man. Ten Hag, man, doesn't know what he's doing.
Please don't start this nonsense. You know the right now, bro. That's what I mean. Step over. They're talking about assist.
Look at that backing.
No, that's the argument. That's what they want, right? Let's have the argument because it's laughable. It's laughable. Assist. Did you see the pass? Did you see the pass? They gave him out of the match for that. They gave him out of the match for the pass. That bounced before, like he bounced like between 3 defenders. Let me
tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Ten Hag could not give him the confidence to play that pass.
Stop this right now.
That's when I'm done. Like, yeah, fine. He's the best player. Ballon d'Or Sancho. Give it all.
Ballon d'Or, man. Ballon d'Or. FIFA Player of the Year, Young Player of the Year, Old Player of the Year. Man, is doing this at Chelsea, man. Are you mad? Yeah, this cannot coach him. But anyway, yeah, 1-0 to the Chelsea. You know, in this game, I don't know if you guys watched the game, but like Axel Disasi. How much?
I don't even know how much they pay for this game.
Jesus Christ. Man looks like he looks like Titus Bramble out there, man. It just looks so awkward out there, man.
Oh
God, I know he was playing out of position. They played him like right back.
Right back.
Yeah, he was playing right back. Yeah, because Cucurella is on the left. Yeah, Cucurella is what a shit story he is. He was just spending most of his time trying to fight with everybody instead of just playing football. But yeah, just Axel Disasi, it just looks like there's some people you just wonder how they got a career. This guy could not play, and we're talking about Bournemouth. So imagine when they play big teams, like what's going to happen with this guy?
Yeah.
It's just short of confidence. Badi Ashil, I don't know where this guy is gone now. Like just some.
Bro, they can. He's so bad.
How much?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is man.
Bournemouth played really good in this game. I thought Bournemouth was the better team.
They were really unlucky to lose that game, man. It was just a moment of luck, and you can see a little bit of brilliance as well from Nkuku.
Yeah.
Didn't that game. But I thought Bournemouth should have won the game because they were pretty wasteful as well.
They missed the post like 3 times, right?
Yeah, and they missed the penalty as well.
They missed the penalty. Yeah. So
that's definitely I won this game. So it was just like, but I mean, I know Chelsea, man. I don't know, man. Like it was supposed to be. I don't know. Maresca has a lot to do in that team, man, because they're just not.
Yeah,
but
there's too many players. That's why. So yeah,
too many. But I think did he not like cut the squad? Like, is he not working? He said like he's only working with like 22, 23 players or something.
Yeah, but even in that 22, there's so many that like I knew as well. Like they haven't been there that long, you know. So it's just like it's just too congested. And they even brought back some players that they said that they had excluded, like Chilwell, they excluded him and brought him back.
They brought him back, yeah. And they said that Maresca said he has a squad already. Sancho comes and he's straight into the team. I was like,
he's a big signing, man. He has to play. But I think he starts now. But yeah, but let's just talk quickly, just really quickly on the maddest game of the weekend, which is Aston Villa Everton.
Get them
again, Everton coming leading 2-0 and getting pepped back and smashed. And yeah, I mean that's if I was an Everton fan, I'll be so demoralized, man. I'll be thinking about what bridge I'm supposed to be coming off of.
Man, these guys, they're so bad. Get them out of this league. I don't understand them. I don't get why they're here. Like I just don't know why they're here.
Let me tell you what they're here. They're here to give us moments like this to show us how crumble under pressure, man. Jesus Christ,
Crumbling.
You have the game
again.
But there's another donkey, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Did you see that one? Like this guy was thinking about everything else about football on that moment. Everything else, man was thinking about his link out after the game, like what champagne he was gonna buy. He was thinking about what club he was gonna go to. Everything apart from just scoring that goal. He was like, even the defender. Who was the defender? The defender that came and closed him down. Even he was trying to score better than him.
I think it was Konsa. Yeah, it was Konsa. Yeah,
even Konsa was trying to score for him. It was like, yo, come on, man. You're 1-on-1. You could see it when he was going through. You could see he didn't even know what he was doing. Or shall I
didn't know what to do. That's when you know he's bugs, man. That's
panicking. Bro, man thoughts in his head, bro.
That's when you know he's not good.
Everything but football.
Oh my gosh. No, Everton is a disgrace. But John Duran, man. Oli Watkins might have a problem this season, man. John Duran comes on and bangs every time, bro. That goal, that is ridiculous. The fact that
I'm thinking of getting him into my FPL because he'll come on for 10 minutes, but it's guaranteed.
Guaranteed to go. He'll back. And he always backs like straight after coming on. Like he'll come on like second touch backs.
Man is on the
Exactly.
cloud right now, man. To be honest, man is on.
Yeah.
Now what a goal that is, man. What a
goal.
bang. But
What
yeah,
a goal.
yeah, man, that was a crazy game. I was watching that game. I was like, wow, that's a comeback again, Everton, man, again.
They
man.
But yeah,
crumbled.
yeah, let's just run it up there. There was the Fulham, my man Emil Smith Rowe. You see, in a game like this where Odegaard is gone, we needed someone like Emil, man.
For real,
I
I
mean,
think I sold a little too much. Vieira is gone. Like you guys sold a lot. Nketiah gone. Like
no, I mean,
Merino,
yeah, Emil needed to go because I mean, Odegaard.
it was a long time.
If you want to go off last year, Odegaard was never injured. So if this guy's not injured, you guys they're not gonna play. But you can see when Smith Rowe got a run of game in his legs, man, you can see
He's a
exactly
good player, man.
Yeah,
this guy's been producing in every game they've played so far. And Crystal Palace 2, Leicester 2. That was actually a good game as well, though. To be honest, I watched that. And then Brighton Ipswich 0. All right, guys.